Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Book Club with Kelly James here at Entourment Day. I am super glad and excited to have you join me once again for another exciting, another inspirational episode of Book Club with Kelly James. Here at Book Club, we review and explore the writings and the books of Bishop Okudili and Pastor Dr. Informa Eze, the founding bishop of Zion Heritage and Miracle Ministry here at Entombment School, have portrayed the writings and the books of Dr. Okudili Emmanuel and Pastor Dr. Ifoma Eze, the founding bishop of Zion Heritage and Miracle Ministry International. Today we have a special guest of special books of the Entombment and the Zion Heritage and Miracle. Today at Entombment Schools, we have a special guest that will be reviewing a special book. But before I introduce my guest and before I introduce the book, I would like you to please carry the tradition. So I would like you to please share this link, invite people, let people know that book club has started. All right, we'll be going on a very short break. And when we come back, I'll be introducing the book of today and my guest for today. Don't get You're welcome back to Book Club with Intelligence here at Entombment School. And moving ahead, I have a special book that we'll be reviewing today. The book is none other book than Daisy. Daisy, the journey of a determined and believing young girl into womanhood. Daisy is written by her mother, Pastor Dr. Ifoma Eze. And with me here today, I have a special guest, one of the daughters of the mandated prophet. She is yes, a teacher at the prestigious Victor Kids Academy, a writer and actor, and also a singer. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome my guest today in the person of Peace Successful Battle. Peace Successful Battle, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us today. I believe that Daisy is one of your best books.
Yeah.
You really enjoyed it because it talks about teenage and young and single ladies, right?
Yes, sir.
So we are so glad to have you join us.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
Daisy, just like our mother rightly said here, she said Daisy is the portrait of every young, beautiful, and ambitious girl on a journey through womanhood. What sets Daisy apart is that she is very determined. She is a very determined girl who yielded to God at an early stage in her life. She also learned to obey God without delay, and this was very responsible for the path of fulfillment she experienced in life. You're welcome again, Miss Success. All right, we're
Yeah.
moving straight ahead to my very first question. From what you read, we were made to understand that Daisy had kind of where she was born was a rough environment. You know, she was
Yeah.
born in the city of Aba. So I would like to know how can one's environment affect the person's life, affect the person's behavior, looking from the aspect of what you read in Daisy.
All right. So, from what I read in Daisy, um, picturing from her background, she was
Yes.
born into a place where, naturally speaking, children are not meant to because the environment was not too nice for her to grow up in.
Yeah.
So, bringing it now into our present days,
Mhm.
a lot of children, most especially the children, the youth we see today that behave in a ill mannered and
Okay.
give wrong behavior
Okay.
started from their environment.
Environment. All right.
Like, not aside the fact that maybe they might not be trained well, but their environment also,
Contributed.
yeah, contributed to it. I've seen a child become a thief, not because he grew up seeing his dad doing that or his mom doing that, but just because the neighborhood at which he's staying,
Yeah.
the children,
Contributed.
yeah. So it's the environment affects you if you are not too careful about it. So environment really affects children of these days, and it's something we need to really look into. I need to, and you know, guide our children just like Daisy. Her dad guided her.
All right, moving ahead, I'll be going straight to the first question. From what we read in Jason, she had, I won't really call it a rough beginning, but she was born into a rough environment.
Yeah.
Like she was born in the city of Abba. So, what would you say, or how can someone's environment affect the person behaviorally and otherwise?
Looking from
Daisy, yes.
Daisy, what I read in Daisy, her dad said something in the book that she said he restricted them from mingling with the children in that area
Okay.
because of one, their behavior.
Mhm.
There was stealing among the children. There was so many kind of behaviors that was not good, like to her at that age.
Yeah.
So bringing it to our days now, some children, the way the corruption, or will I say the ill mannered behavior we see
Today, new
today,
generation Z.
yeah, majorly sometimes is not from their
Parents.
upbringing.
Okay, not from the urban, yeah.
Some might not be from the parents,
Okay.
but the environment at which they live in. Okay, you don't expect a child that in his neighborhood, like three bars are there, like one, two, three bars, and you now expect that child when the child grows up to now like have this consciousness of I should not associate with bad. You know, he grew up in an environment where it's you
The
see people
constant trend.
like they go there and come in and everything. He sees
Yeah.
all the whole. They, to, just to picture everything in his own mindset, he believes that this is the life
This is the best thing.
that I can live. Like this is the best because this is what I see.
No.
Aside the fact that this is what my parents does, they don't do this. But the fact that that environment has given him the mindset that you can go into the bar and come out the way you like. You can live any life. You can fornicate in sin and do anything you want. Just because the environment gave him that mindset, so it will naturally affect his behavior at every
But I want
stage.
to ask, it's not just bad behavior actually. There are still
Yes,
environments that are good that can
yes,
influence the upbringing of the
true,
child.
true, true.
Okay. But we don't really say just children, but I believe all humans, adults are also influenced
Yeah.
by their environment
Yes,
as well.
I believe what you say. Like adults too, they are also influenced by.
By the environment.
Okay, let's say, let me use an instance of a movie I watched. A couple was actually transferred to a school in an environment. Now, in that environment, they believed that they don't serve any other god than that idol that is in that environment.
Yeah.
Now, the environment doesn't serve the living God just because there's an idol. The fear in his mind that we don't serve any living God here, we don't serve the true God, and I don't want any problem. Let me just blend in. You know, the environment alone as the fear, the blending in, the and
I
people
believe
should not
after he blended it, he started
started
following them.
everything they do, everything, at every point, anything you see him doing,
Yes.
it's the same thing that they do
in
in
the
that
environment.
environment. So
Wow.
environment can really affect not only children but also youth and also adults.
Wow. Nice. Thank you very much. All right. Speaking of environment, sorry. Speaking of environment, what would you say triggered Daisy have that long dream?
Okay. From Daisy, she, like we all know the story from, like I know the story
In
well.
case I yet to get it.
Daisy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I will advise you to get a book of Daisy and
Okay.
read it. She normally during the Christmas holiday they act dramas and stuff like that. And after a Christmas holiday, the the little boy that joined her to act as Joseph, the father of our Lord Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
part
Yeah.
of Jesus.
So resuming school the next term, he was no longer alive. So and she was like asking her teacher that ma, please what of Gabriel and stuff like that. And she was like, Gabriel has gone to heaven. So and she was like, why did Gabriel went to heaven at
Go to
this
heaven. Yeah.
early stage. So she was like, the doctors could not help me. And in her mindset, she believed that maybe these doctors, they are not good enough, or maybe they are not skilled enough. But the truth is that, will I say, at every given point in
Like,
life,
yeah,
things are bound to happen.
yeah, very true.
There's no how you try. The doctors have tried their best, because if you should ask them at that point, they will tell you they did their best, because there's no doctor that want to see, that want to lose a life in their hospital. So they tried their best, and she, with that, feeling the hurt of, I'm not going to see this person
Yes,
again
have friends.
for this period of time, and he's my close friend. We do things together, you know. So it triggered the mindset of she becoming a doctor, and it applies to us too in these days, because you see a child, a boy will say, I want to be a lawyer in the future, and be like, why do you want to be a lawyer? Be like, I saw somebody that that I the case was not attended to the way I
Okay.
wanted it. So you see him picture in his mind and be like, I want to be a lawyer so I can solve so many cases. But the truth is, you can't solve all cases.
It's true.
You
Very true.
can't.
It's
So
true. Okay. All right. Then my next question from JC, there was a very beautiful quote that her father always told her. I remember clearly, the father always told her, "Show no weakness, for
the
the
world
world
has
has
no
no
people.
pity." So, how would you briefly us, or how would you briefly talk about that quote? How did it have an impact in the life of this? From what you read,
So show no weakness,
for the world has
for
no
the world
pity.
has no people. The truth is, if you keep relying on the pain and the hurt you have, mm,
Yeah,
the world will just keep going. And your time will keep going. That's
yeah,
just the truth. Because sincerely speaking, everybody loves you, but not everybody cares about you. They really they love you from the aspect of you are human. At least you are human. God has created you to, but not everybody wants to know what's wrong with you at every given point in life. Nobody wants to hear what's wrong with you, how you feeling today, not everybody. Some people might want to listen to you. So if you keep depending on your pain, you just discover that your time is going, and you are losing focus and purpose in life. So now bringing it to Daisy, she it's because of that quote, it made her brace herself up at every time she saw failure. Maybe she met circumstances, she met trials. It created a mindset in her to always know that, ma, this world is not your permanent space. It's just a pathway to fulfill destiny. So ma, get up, and from that, just pick it.
yes,
No matter what has happened,
yeah,
no matter the mistake, no matter the circumstances, no matter the trial, at that point in time, get up. There's still a bigger picture.
it's a bigger
So
picture.
it helped her groom her life into the woman whom she become. Yeah.
Very, very, very
So
true. It's not just for ladies, actually, for men as well. Show no, show
weakness
no weakness, for the world
has
has
no
no pity.
pity.
This is one of my best quote. Ever since I read this book, Casey, I
Yeah.
have never left that quote. So from what our guest is trying to say, show no weakness, for the world has
Has
no
no
pity.
pity.
I know that you've been hurt. I know that you've been betrayed. I know that you've been heartbroken. But the truth is, the world cannot stay on the same spot because you were heartbroken. The world will keep on moving.
Yeah.
So the only advice I'll give you to is all the broken pieces of your life and gather yourself together and keep person. Just like what our guest there said, if you're among those who read dating, you believe because that Daisy kept on pressing, Daisy kept on pushing, and she became an icon, became a living legend to ladies and people who are looking at her. Thank you very much
You're
for that
welcome, sir.
very much review. Ahead, what would you say is the striking quality that you found in the life of Daisy that you know that as a young girl you can how like as a young girl you can actually take it, you can actually learned from?
One of the striking things I learned from Daisy is that she was purpose driven, focus oriented, and she yielded herself to God at a young age. She always set her mind to do something. I don't know if you should read Daisy, you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
She always put her mind in doing something and never looked back. She believes that this verse of the Bible that say, he that puts his hand into the plow and looketh back is not fit for. So she
Okay, that's in
rephrased
Luke chapter
it.
9.
Yeah, she rephrased it, and at every she's very determined and strategic in everything she do. And as a young girl of her age, as a young girl or as a young lady growing up into womanhood, I would like and I would want to tell you to always be focused. There's a bigger picture. Be focused. You have a vision, you have a dream, you have a purpose. Be focused on it. Like, don't let anything distract you. Just like what the question we answered before. Show no weakness because the world have no picture. Focus on it. Those situations might be there. It's very true. There's our father Bishop Okudile, they will always say that trials will come,
Yeah.
but how you face it matters a lot. So it's there. So be purpose, like have a vision, have a mindset that ah, I have this purpose, I have this vision, I have this dream. So just keep pushing, because in Daisy, I noticed that at every she knew what she wanted,
Yes.
and she chased after it.
Yes.
Like
True.
she chased after it without with the zeal and without resenting, without any without feeling the struggles there.
Yeah.
So I would just advise young ladies to be purpose driven. That's just the best I
Purpose
can say.
driven, focused,
Yeah,
and be determined. These
determined.
are the things I believe that for you as a
Yeah,
striking
yeah, yeah.
quality. All right, so just joining us, we are reviewing the book 80, written by our mother, Pastor Dr. Ifoma Eze,
Easy.
the journey of a determined and believing young girl into. I have with me here in Pastor Patrick, one of the daughters of the prophet. So we'll be going on a very short break, and when we come back, we will be rounding up this session. Please don't go away. And very important, share this link and let people know that Book Club is intelligent. Welcome back once again. I have with me in the studio is Professor Patrick. We are reviewing the book AC by Pastor Dr. Ifoma Eze. And my guest has been able to, very beautiful and special way. She has been able to let us know um, the effect of the environment, the effect of environment, how it affects a child or a youth or an adult. She has also made us realize how the input of the father of Daisy helped Daisy to navigate life, through life and through the circumstances of life. All right, please, Patrick, before you go, I have another question for you. Thank you so
Okay,
much
sir.
for coming. All right, I would like to
You're
know
welcome.
what are the many questions from what you read in Daisy? What would you say are the many questions that plagues the hearts of young ladies, especially ladies that are constantly constantly facing life challenges and struggles?
Okay. I'll say one of them is we tend to ask, how do I fit in?
Okay.
How do I stand out in life?
Mm-hmm.
One of the major questions that young ladies face today.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be like, what is the purpose of, or what is my purpose in life, and how do I find it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another question. That's another question young ladies ask themselves. And they'll be like, what are the key attributes? What are the key attributes needed as a young lady that is going as a young lady going into
Womanhood.
womanhood or going into becoming a wife? See, the truth is too many questions are on her head
Okay.
as a young lady.
Okay.
Too many. But speaking from my own
Angle.
like from my own angle, like the truth is we have too many questions to ask. Like if they should give us pen to write out our questions, they can become a whole book. Like we're just writing,
Mm.
and we tend to write out the whole meaning, but we don't try to look for the solution or the to solve those too many problems that we too many questions that we have on our head. And if I should keep listing the too many questions, I might not be able to touch the ones that are
Well,
in your heart.
I
So
believe people you
the
answered some of the
so many
questions.
questions, like
Okay.
because it answered a lot of my questions,
Personal
so
questions
personal
as a
questions
lady.
as a young lady. So it's will too if you can get dates. So
Okay, before you go, okay. Speaking of the questions, I would like to know what are the profound lessons you learned from
well, one of the major lesson I learned from Daisy is that she chased after every given vision she had. But I learned something like for her to keep writing jam just to become a medical doctor
No, sorry,
is
I remember. She wrote jam over
six times like
wow six.
like
Wow, Daisy,
consecutively. So
just to
the
become a
just
medical
to
doctor.
become a medical doctor before God really needed to
No, no,
expand.
don't tell them. Because
Okay.
I'm very sure there are people that will be wondering. She wrote jam 6 times.
Like,
Okay, you said become a medical doctor. Please, we have to give you that expo. Go and get a copy of this. From there, you get the
so
answer.
like for her to keep writing jam,
Mm-hmm.
it takes determination and
Mm.
vision
And strong zeal.
and strong, like the passion was too much. Me speaking from my own angle, I can't. What make me
You
write
did it
jam
down
for
right.
six?
You
I
can.
can't. Why would I even do that? But the truth is, she one thing is she had a vision,
Mm.
she had a goal, she had a purpose she wanted to achieve. She had the zeal in her heart to meet a lot of needs and put smile on people's faces. And that's the only thing that I learned so much from Daisy. It taught me to focus, like it taught me to always set my mind on what I want to do. Like
Mm.
I should be determined that I want to do this thing and
Okay.
achieve it.
Mm.
And even if I'm not achieving it at that moment, keep trying.
Keep trying.
Mama will always say something. She said, if you fall, as far as your face is still facing the sky,
Mm.
you can still stand up.
Yes.
So despite the falls, despite the
Challenges.
challenges, the trials, she just in the book she taught me to keep pushing, to keep trying, because at every given point in time, no matter what happens, I will surely achieve that goal in one way or the other, as far as it is God's plan and purpose for
Mm.
my life.
Wow. From what you said, think basic. The book basic is
Yes,
aside. We talk about ladies. How about the men? How about the young guys out there? Is it
yes. It's
what
a
can we really
beautiful
learn?
book.
I'm a guy actually. So what can we learn as coming
Okay,
from the guy's angle from the book?
truth is, guys of these days will tell you they have so many things they have so many things on their head, and
Mm.
they too have questions that Daisy can answer. They have so many questions that Daisy can answer. Reading through it, you will see, you learn so many lessons that her dad taught her.
Taught her.
Her dad made sure that she never lacked love.
Mm. Very true.
So
Very
her
true.
dad made
Very
sure,
true.
like he ensured that at every stage in her life there was love. Every day there was love.
Love.
There's like a guy will not just come up and tell her that you are beautiful. She'll tell you, I've heard it from my dad. So
Okay.
like
Okay.
it made her feel love from the opposite, from the other gender, from the other side, despite it was her dad, but she felt love. Aside
Okay.
her mom loved her, but her dad showed her much love. Her dad taught her, like he spent time with her.
Okay. So from if I'm to fully understand what you're trying to tell us here, you're trying to
Yes.
say there are guys out there
Mm.
should learn from the father of
Please
Daisy
learn, oh, like
how to
please learn.
how to express love
Yeah, yeah.
to their
Yes, yes.
daughter, and
Not only for the singles, but also to the married, because married men these days will be like, too busy, I'm too
okay,
busy, I'm choked up. But the truth is, if you're not there for them, who will be there for them? Because if if they don't feel a fatherly love from your own side, that is why a guy can come up and tell them whatever they just feel like hearing, and they'll
uh,
believe it just because you've not told them.
you've not played
You've
that
not
role.
played that role as like the let her see that this is the first guy in my life that told me I'm beautiful. Like Daisy, her dad gave her roses,
Open car for
open
her.
canvas. So all the stuff like
Yeah,
that, like it's funny though, but if I look childish though, but it sends signals
it
and
sent,
it
yes, it sent
and
signal
it
to, it helps
helps.
the.
Helps.
All right. Wow. Thank you very much for coming.
So
Thank you for reviewing this book.
you're welcome,
In
sir.
case you're out there and you want to get a copy of Daisy, Daisy
Mm,
is sold for a token of 5,000 naira.
wow.
And in case you want to book a copy, there are numbers showing currently on the screen. Or you can send a message, a WhatsApp, DM, or you can call to book just a copy to place a copy of it. And
Mm,
in case you are not you're not chance to get the hard copy, you can also get the soft copy at www.enjoymenthub.com www.enjoymenthub.com to get a copy of it. This is what we'll be rounding the curtain, drawing the curtain for today. I believe that you've learned some things. I mean, you've learned a lot.
yeah.
But the things you've learned, I am 100% sure that you will learn more when you get a copy of
Mm.
Daisy. All right, till I come your way once again, I remain Pastor Kelly, and this is Book of the School. So keep shooting.
Bye bye.